like to introduce to you our class speaker, Miss Mary Hope Clark.
First off, I'd like to apologize to my parents for not telling them I was a graduation speaker.
It's okay.
It's okay.
So, now that that's out of the way. In a class I took last summer, there was a boy who was the kindest person I had ever met. Always encouraging, never said a bad thing about anyone. On the last day, I went up to him and said, "I have to tell you, you are the sweetest person I know. I don't know how you do it." And he smiled and turned to me and said, "Yeah, I always try really hard to be nice to everyone, because you never know whose life is going to be made into a movie, and I really don't want to be portrayed as that jerk character everyone hates." I don't know what I expected him to say, but that wasn't it. Yet something about his response struck me. Not the part about the being the jerk character, but the part about the you never know whose life is going to be made into a movie. Think about all the movies that have come out in the past few years, and how many have been based upon a true story. Concussion, Trumbo, The Revenant, Spotlight. All of these movies are based upon the lives of incredible people, but I'm fairly sure that none of them expected to see their stories on the big screen. Especially the people of The Revenant, since they lived a good century before movies were even created. I was reminded of a quote from one of my favorite musicals, Hamilton, when George Washington says, "Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story. I know that we can win. I know that greatness lies in you. But remember from here on in, history has its eyes on you." The history books and movies of tomorrow have yet to be written, so who says we won't be the subject? I know that right now we're only beginning to recover from serious cases of senioritis, so we don't particularly feel like doing great feats, but we will soon enough. We'll go on to esteemed colleges, partake in exciting adventures, meet incredible people, and most important, make significant changes in our world. Now, I'm not naive enough to say that everyone will make it into the history books, because that's not true. However, I would have to be just as naive to believe that none of us will be there. Why can't it be us? Why can't it be you? Even without the books, we are all a part of history. We may not all be presidents and Nobel Prize winners, but everything we do today impacts tomorrow. It is now just a matter of how we make our mark. So how do we make history? After extensive research, and by research I mean watching a lot of movies, thank you film studies, I have discovered the three things that highlight the highway to becoming a historical hero: passion, compassion, and persistence. First, as Mr. Hobie said earlier, we have to be passionate about what we're doing. If we're not passionate, what's the point? We all love something: art, sports, writing, science, math, music, or maybe something else. Try to find a way to turn that love into a future. And once we do, let that passion lead us to compassion. How can our talents be used to help others? How can we improve our world, either with small ripples or big waves, so that others will benefit from our actions? Figuring out how to do this will not be easy. There will be failure, people who will make it their goal to make sure that we don't succeed. This is why the third aspect is so important: persistence. There are no history books entitled, "This guy was going to do something amazing, but he gave up halfway through." That's because those who give up don't make history. If we want to be successful and make a difference, we need to persist. As Commander Taggart constantly proclaims in Galaxy Quest, we must never give up and never surrender. We are about to embark on a new chapter in our lives, whether that be college or pursuing our passions in other ways. We are all going to experience and learn, laugh, and cry. And most of all, live. Remember, history has its eyes on you.